Okay, y'all, so we're getting ready to make this mushroom pepper steak. I'm so excited about this. I'm loving these vegetarian, vegan type dishes, and so why not make pepper steak? I love pepper steak, beef pepper steak, but I said, you know, it would taste good if we did some like mushroom pepper steak. So let's go. So we're gonna be able to use 2 of DivineKuizine's products. So in this marinade, when I do the mushrooms, we're gonna use the DivineKuizine sugar spice. So this is just a great way to show you another way how to use one of DivineKuizine's products. And the sugar spice is very universal how it is used. And then we're gonna be using the jerk sauce, the DivineKuizine jerk sauce. This jerk sauce is good as well. It's a little sweet, but it has it's spicy, but it has a little bit of sweetness to it. It's made with tamarind, so this is gonna be a great sauce to marinate those mushrooms in. So what I have here is I have some red onions that I've sliced, thinly sliced. I'm gonna use both 2 types of onions. So I'm gonna use the red onion and the white onion. I have some green bell peppers. I have some jalapeno peppers, and I just did 1 jalapeno and I de-seeded it and sliced it very thin. So you see it's very, very thinly sliced. And then I have some some orange peppers, and I have some red peppers. So we're gonna go ahead and cook these with our mushrooms. And so what I have is I have some portobello mushrooms. I have 2 portobello mushrooms, and then I have some umami mushrooms. They're in I believe they're in the oyster mushroom family, the lion family. So I'm gonna use those as well, and then I'm gonna show you how all the marinades and how we're gonna marinate our mushrooms. So right now I have cleaned them, and I'm just gonna slice them up. You know, they take on any flavor pretty much. They can taste like steak, you know, so if you season them like steak, so it's really good in pastas. I mean, I just like it. I like it in stir fries. Naomi really got me on these vegetarian recipes because she doesn't eat meat as much. And so I've been really enjoying, though, you know, eating, not always having meat. You know, it makes you feel better. You don't feel as heavy. So, you know, it's been a really good thing to do. This reminds me of the Smurfs house. So we're going to cut this one up as well. We have a little Papa Smurfs house. Now we're going to get ready to season some fresh thyme. So I'm going to go ahead and I just have a couple of thyme sprigs. So I'm going to take them off the stems. Put those in there. We're going to cook this all together with our peppers, but kind of just getting the marinade for it. And I have some fresh garlic. So I'm going to put fresh garlic in here. So what I have is I have some onion powder. So I'm going to season with some onion powder. Don't worry, I'll have the measurements at DivineKuizine. We have some Worcestershire sauce. So we're going to use the Worcestershire sauce. You can put a decent amount of Worcestershire. Then we have some soy sauce. So a little soy in there. We have some balsamic vinegar. So I'm going to put some balsamic. This is organic. A little bit of balsamic, not a lot, but a decent amount. Putting all my liquids in first, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my seasonings in. And then we have DivineKuizine jerk sauce. So we're going to put some of DivineKuizine's jerk sauce in there. Some pickled pepper sauce. Put some of the pickled pepper sauce in here. Just a few dashes. And now we're gonna put our seasonings in. So we have salt. Put this with a little bit of salt. We'll taste it as we go. And we don't want it too salty because some of those other seasonings contain salt. We have some seasoned pepper. You know I love my seasoned pepper, y'all. You know I love my seasoned pepper. Garlic powder. That's another staple. And we have some sugar spice. I have my own stash here, y'all. So we got a little bit of sugar spice. stir all this together. You want to get your mushrooms nice and wet in all this sauce. So this is going to be a one pot dish. We're just going to throw all our peppers and onions in there. We have a little bit of olive oil in there. This is the simple part once after you prep everything. The lighter the pepper, the sweeter the pepper is. So then we're going to take our mushroom mixture. And we're going to put that in there. Get this pepper steak going, this mushroom pepper steak going. For all my vegans, vegetarian. You don't even got to be vegan or vegetarian. You just don't want to eat, you know, maybe you don't eat red meat, or you just want something else opposed to just having, you know, meat. This is a great alternative. So I do have one more seasoning. It is a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning that we will use. So I'll put a little bit of that Montreal steak seasoning, not a lot. And I have a little bit of broth because we're going to make it kind of thickening with the gravy. So I have the faux broth. So, and this is good because it's organic. Everything is organic in it. So it's a very good broth. You know, you can use this, you know, for your ramens, but we're just gonna put a little bit in here, and I'm gonna let this cook, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of cornstarch in here and let everything cook together. Okay, y'all, so I have a little bit of cornstarch here with a little bit of water just to make it a little thicker, like a gravy. You see how that's just gonna make it kind of like that pepper steak with a little thickening agent to it, like a little gravy. You cook that down, and then we got some rice, and we on our way. All we had to do is cut up those peppers, make that little marinade with using the DivineKuizine sugar spice and the DivineKuizine jerk sauce. So both of these were used in this recipe. We sauteed everything up, got our mushroom pepper steak together, and now we're getting ready to go in and make it and eat. Basmati rice, but you can use, you know, black rice or jasmine rice, whatever kind of rice you want. I just like this kind of rice. Go ahead and just get it in there. On top. A little bit of that color. This is gonna be good, y'all. I can't wait to dig in and taste. And there you have it. Mushroom pepper steak. Let's go ahead and dig into this mushroom pepper steak that I used DivineKuizine DivineKuizine jerk sauce and DivineKuizine sugar spice. And I used two different mushrooms. I used the portobello mushrooms and an umami mushroom. Real easy. I can't wait to go in and taste it. See if it's gonna really be tasting like some pepper steak instead with mushrooms. Naomi onto something. She is on to something. It's good. Let me get one more bite and I'm gonna tell y'all about it. And those mushrooms, it makes it feel like you've eaten some type of meat. You don't miss the steak meat at all. And then the peppers, you know, you got all the different types of peppers. The sauce that I made with a little bit of jerk sauce, it gives it a little hint of heat, but not overbearing. Then the sugar spice came in to kind of balance it with the heat, with the sweetness. And then all the other flavors that I put together, the little balsamic vinegar that I put in there, it gives it a kick of, you know, acidity. It's a must-make recipe. You see how easy it was? Cut up your vegetables, saute it, marinate it into the sauce, and you have a whole meal that you and your family can enjoy. It's not that expensive because you don't have to use two types of mushrooms. I just decided to do that. But you know, you can just use the portobello or whichever one. I like the portobello. The portobello was a little more firmer to me than the umami mushroom, and it didn't break down as quickly as the umami, so that would be the difference. But they both were good. Both gave a great flavor. So to get this recipe and much more, go to DivineKuizine.com. Love y'all, Chef Shay.